I strongly encourage you to drink your own piss, Zoe.
No.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Dungeons and Destinies. Before I continue, I'd like to ask all of my players to say hi.
Hello.
I don't like this.
Well, hi.
I'm grossed out. Go back.
Aaron.
I don't know where Aaron is. There she is.
Alright, I have a couple disclaimers or something before we begin. Firstly, all the music and ambiance you're going to hear in tonight's episode was made by the wonderful Michael Gelfi. Check him out on YouTube and Spotify, along with his partner Philip Melvin. That's MICHAELGHELFI. Check them out, they're great composers and do some pretty cool stuff, I guess. Next, all the character art you see on screen is made by the wonderful Alice, the player for Magnus. Chances are you're probably not checking this out from either of her channels, but that's okay. Either Twitch or YouTube, so if you are, somehow, make sure to give those a follow. Because she's good at what she does, or something. Next! All the maps and tables you see on screen are made by me, just willy-nilly. I also use FA Map Making, I guess. FA Map Making stands for Forgotten Adventures. They're great. They have a ton of free assets, so go check them out. Lastly, we have a TikTok. Check out Dungeon and Destinies. That's DungeonAnddDestinis, because we couldn't get Dungeons and Destinies. So if you have the Dungeons and Destinies account, I wish you nothing but the worst in life. Anyway, if you could give us a follow on TikTok, that'd be cool. Now, would anyone else like to say anything before we start?
It's like the most
I'm
saddening
now.
bit ever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought Cole was just about to be like, "No, I can't do this podcast. is done.
Not
We're done.
tonight.
No more." Dungeons and Destinies
We're
is
all like-
canceled.
Our worry is growing. Like there's a worry meter, and it's just like slowly just.
Alrighty. I gotta spice it up, you know?
Yeah. Gotta.
Yeah, spice it up
by
by making us all depressed.
We spice it up in a different way.
Do you want me to do it again?
No.
No.
So, welcome back to the meeting-filled world of Aracretia. Last we left off, our players had finally reconvened in a room adjacent to the one Magnus had died in, and discussed with, I almost called him Victor. What's his name?
Vector!
Varus.
Varus. Jesus Christ. Met with Varus and discussed their requirements and needs for everything going forward. Varus was like, hey, that's cool and all, but you should probably go talk to the High Wing Council. After that, he stated that he would like to have a word with Daenerys after the fact, and she agreed. The party then left promptly, very, very early on in the morning, before the sun had risen, and left to go to the High Wing Council. In doing so, they arrived at the Great Tree using Daenerys, or the Dorathian ship, after playing with a griffin for a little while. Nebula, the griffin, I believe. And yeah, they arrived at the Grand Tree, halfway up about, ascended for a little bit, and reached the Grand Wing Council Room, or Great Wing Council Room. The Wing Council Room. I guess it is roofed, so you guys wouldn't have been able to see the stuff from the end of last night.
Sad.
It is a domed roof that is an airy, so it's open with archways all around. It has a single round table in the center. And in the very, very center is a sapling tree, which is the same tree that are the same breed of tree, I guess, species, species of tree as the one that they were standing in that grows really, really, really fucking big. And so the Highwind Council started off after everybody had joined. Everybody being, let me see here. I actually, why don't I write things down? Oh, here it is. Cray, a high-pitched finch. Kukrik, an astute and wise albatross. Varus, Varus isn't there. I don't know why that's in my notes. Garish, a very slow-talking genasi. Kesid, a flamboyant bird of paradise with an annoying accent. And lastly, Dacia Orotaruk, a low-talking crow, Aarakocra. As the band, or the broken band of the Wildstorm, as I've taken to calling them, discussed their necessities with the Highwind Council, Dacia descended, saying that, the Erathia he knows wouldn't stoop to this level of opening up their borders and contacting another empire. Especially one that was their sworn enemy for several years, or at least in their minds was, before God's retcon happened. And yeah. So I don't really got you, Kate.
It's just like saying, oh yeah, it was like that before the big wreck. Before the war.
And so they talked, and as they were talking, it finally came to a point where Magnus had asked if there was a way to raise the dead of one of their fallen comrades. I believe it was Kukrik chimed in and started to say that yes, he knows of only one way to truly reanimate somebody. And that is where we ended last night's session. Or not last night's, last week's session. Kaya is currently outside the door to the Grand Temple after sneaking her way up the steps. Which means I have to change the music. So the three of you watch as Kukrik kind of like lowers his tone a little bit and leans forward. He says, I do know of one way to fully bring one's loved one back. However, I'm not truly sure if it's possible. It's only legend. I'm going to change music because this doesn't feel right. Give me just a second. Whatever. It involves a substance that the elder Dorathians, before their disappearance, had studied on length, and it was the driving factor in Minsterathian, and he kind of looks over to Daenerys. Minsterathian's drive to go and explore outside the realms of Erathia. He believed he had found something to do with the elements, and that something would lead him to the greatest power one could claim.
Right. But father never returned.
True. This power is something that we refer to as... fucking gotta pull him the fucking...
I like to think he's actually doing this. He's just like...
He's just like... he's convulsing.
Yeah.
Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac.
Shut your mouth, you're not helping. What the fuck is the word? One second.
Is it the
One
T?
second.
Is it the T word?
I don't know what the T word means.
There, I fucking wrote it down once.
What
The
the
world
fuck?
soul? Is that what it is?
What? Dude, just hold your fucking horses! Yes!
Okay. Sorry.
It is something that we refer to as the Thautos. This item, in your tongue, would be referred to as a world life, or more plainly, world soul. It is, without a doubt, one of the most mysterious things in existence. And as far as we know, there are a few of them that are accessible. We don't know of any way to harvest them, collect them, come in contact with them, or at the very least, know anything of what they are. We do know that it creates areas of great and grand magic, and it, almost like a magnet, draws the ley lines of magic through the world into their path, driving even greater creations, and you watch as he gestures to the great tree, rampant growth of life.
So this is pretty much just like the same research that I've already put in and like
Yeah.
trying to know a little bit of. Okay.
That being said, there has been at least semi-recorded histories of people coming into contact with them and doing what they must with them, including resurrection. It is my job as a Thracian to understand the weather. And the weather is largely affected by ley lines and the way that magic flows. If magic is too strong in one area, weather is very strongly affected. This means that places with strong magics, not leftovers from anything like you described before, Magnus, but constant occurrences, and he kind of like gestures around you, even to Arathia, are home to world souls. One other place that could be would be the kingdom of Liv Liqueur in Lenerol. I believe that's how it's pronounced.
Lenovo.
Oh, my apologies, Lenerol. With their constant weather patterns and what we have extensively studied as Azure Stone.
Would we have heard of Azure Stone?
Yeah, it was all over the place when you guys were there. I mean,
Yeah,
it's what...
that Bluestone shit, right?
It's Bluestone, yeah. That's what was the foundation of Cobalt.
What the fuck? There's a world soul in the fucking mines. Okay.
Furthermore, Magnus, I'll have you know that places that generate forms of Genasi are also home to many, at least, world souls. There is only one Genasi that is formed and we have yet to encounter, at least in written histories, and that is water Genasi. They're incredibly rare.
And you said you might have the potential, and these are all the potential locations that could be from a
There are a few in I don't remember the name, and he kind of looks over to Kessid, and he says in Aarakocra, what is the name of the place with the cat people? And Kessid goes, oh, yes. In Yakish, yes, in Yakish, there are what we believe as 5 World Soul locations under large pyramids. That is the record, although one record we have of a World Soul being used or even found.
Yep, so I've read. And there's on our way to Smyrn, there's no like pit stops to these places, right?
To Yarkish?
Yeah. Or,
No,
like,
that's like
in
the other
between.
side of the, or not the other side of the world. Live Liquor would be the only one if you guys were flying straight there, but you're not sure if you are.
Yeah. Very well. I thank you for your information. If I do end up finding one, I'll be sure to document my experiences. Maybe send a page or two back to you guys.
That would be very most helpful. Yes, and if you are to find one, please do well document the culture surrounding such a thing. Magic is right and full within Heracretia. To take something away from people would be... And you watch as Kessid's eyes kind of grow like almost hungry. Marvelous to watch.
But would it be right if someone were to come into the Grand Hall and take the World Soul of the Great Tree? Floating Isles would be no more, and our people would be gone.
We
Because it's
don't know
not.
that for certain. For instance, a world soul may be ever present, no matter how many times it is taken or used. It is a question of ethics, though. To use a source of magic that has created an entire people and culture around it for your own reasonings. And should it disappear after being used, would you be able to come to terms with the havoc it would wreak on the ecosystem and the people around it?
A great question indeed. Well, I have nothing else I wish to further discuss, unless any of you have any questions from us at all, or any questions about our further adventures, or
I do raise the question of my title. My brother mentioned something before we left.
You watch as Garish looks at you, Daenerys. Yes. Your title, Daenerys. I gotta go to your actual page really quick. Give me just a brief second.
Ew.
What's your title, Daenerys? What's your full title? Give me it. Give it to me.
give it to me right now.
I don't fucking know. Hold on.
You know your title. Why don't I know your title?
don't I know my title? Princess Daenerys Baratheon of House
You just
Baratheon,
read
second. Yeah. This is like what I can find.
So Garrosh looks at you and he says, "Your new title, Daenerys, that has been delivered from Varys Dorathian of House Dorathian, first of his name, Protectorate of the Tree, Scholar of the Floating Isles, Scholar of Languages and Magical Forces, is now Princess Daenerys of House Dorathian, second of her name, Scholar of the Floating Isles, Lady of the Elements, Waker of Arathia, Matron of Liv-Liqueur, and First Seated Grove Tender."
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And she does a bow in front of the council.
They'll kind of like just give a curt nod. Very well. If that is all today, I motion that the High Wing Council that has been called to order ceases, and all minutes are taken for the next council that is being called to order. Are there any last closing or final points?
Thank you for hearing us out.
You're welcome. I
Maybe
motion.
Give
tips his hat.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you once again for your quick organization. Always much appreciated.
Yes, well, it is most interesting when a Dorathian calls a Highwing Council and not. And he kind of like you watch as Prey kind of shoots a glare at Kessid, and not an Arathian. Whether I am an Arathian or not, Prey, I do motion to close the current Highwing Council. All those in favor say aye. And all of them say aye at once.
Eris also says aye.
Very well. The motion passes. Dismissed. And you watch as Kessid immediately stands up, turns around, starts walking to an arch, and just poof, flies out. Always in a bad mood, that one. Garrosh stands up and kind of floats over to a thing and then just poof, drops off the edge.
Fucking love that.
Well, I will be going. I will be drawing new battle plans. And you watch as, like, Kray's eyes, like, light up at the thought, and he kind of, like, waddles away super rapidly
Oh, hell yeah.
and just
Oh.
takes off. Dacha doesn't say a word as he gets up and leaves. He kind of has to duck out under the archway. And Kukrik looks at you, Naris, and he says, "You are doing wonderful things here, Naris."
Thank you, sir. I'm trying for the betterment of the world.
Should any of you need any more help, feel free to send me a letter. In the meantime, I hear there are a lot of decent shops around. So, if you're looking to spend any empirical money that could be circulated into our system before we open our borders, it is more than welcome. And he gets up and leaves.
Did the Arathian already leave as well?
Kessid, yeah, he was the first to leave.
Okay. Right then. Well, guess you guys can't fly. We'll have to walk all the way back down.
Sorry.
Gonna go jaunt towards the fucking door.
Kaya, what are you gonna do? You hear their footsteps approaching the door you're outside
Step
of.
in.
Oh my god!
LMAO. I'm gonna like hurriedly like make sure I'm completely covered and begin walking past because there's still more upstairs, right? Or am I at the top?
No, you're at the tippy top.
Oh, I'm at the
This is
tippy top? Okay, then I guess I'm going to kind of start hurriedly, like, kind of slinking into the shadows and trying to... Actually, we'll just stay put. We'll slink into the shadows and just kind of stay put.
Roll
As you
stealth check
do
for me.
that,
Deception?
Bo opens the door.
Stealth, not deception. Stealth.
Oh, stealth. Okay, got it.
How fucking tall is we up? Oh dear DM.
The air is hard to breathe tall.
Chat, that's a natural 1. That makes 12.
Turns around, runs into the door.
You panic. You panic, and as Bo opens the door, you go and stand up straight in front of him and meet him eye to eye.
Oh no.
You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be in the dungeon.
Kaya has a disguise on right now.
Oh. Does she need to roll a deception check, and do I need to roll an insight?
Roll. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception? Not good. It's 11.
Okay, roll a deception check, Kaya.
Yeah.
I know that Tenaris' passive perception is through the fucking roof.
Daenerys is going to be very pissed
13.
once everyone's done doing their shit.
You got a 13?
Yeah.
Oof.
For somebody that has a plus 11 deception and stealth, she's not really rolling it.
That's a fat yikes, lol.
Does Daenerys see her?
What's your passive perception, Daenerys? You have a 15 passive perception?
Yes, I do.
Wild.
Then yes, of
Fucking
course you
wild.
see her. You can basically see through walls with that. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? That's crazy.
Daenerys draws her javelin and she says, "Identify yourself."
You know what? As Daenerys says that, I'm going to cast Blood Curse of Binding.
Oh no!
Roll a strength check.
Magnus is just gonna stand here with his passive 13 of like, I don't care. He's just like on the door, just like, alright.
Make that saving
I'm
throw.
working on it. That's a 16.
Oh, shit. It works. It
not bound.
doesn't work.
So,
You're not
Bo,
bound.
you blood under her, and she's like, ugh.
Ugh.
Ew.
Wait, as she's shocked, can I like,
That's nasty.
what's the
You
word?
want to try to grapple her?
Yeah, I'll grapple her.
Tackle her off of the stairs.
Pocket sand! Pocket sand!
From the fucking
Pocket sand!
from the fucking trials and shit.
Kaya's just like, what the fuck?
So,
Oh, dude.
yeah, Bo, roll a strength check. Try to grapple Kaya. Kaya, roll a second strength check as Daenerys points a javelin at your chest.
Good to
And
know I get
Magnus just kind of
advantage.
watches.
18.
Natural 20!
So, Bo...
Don't you also
This
have
game
your
is
Boots of the
rigged.
Wrangler shit, too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
that's
rolled
with the
that with advantage.
Let's hell
This
yeah.
game is rigged. I don't like being on the receiving end of our bullshit.
Welcome to the party!
Back at
Hang on. Let me roll something for Bo really quick.
Is it the
Bo, on a natural 20, you instinctively hog tie Kaya.
Yes! She's down. Legs first, arm first. And then he looks down, looks back at Daenerys.
That was a good time.
So, sorry, was that overkill?
I think you hit 6 seconds.
I mean, you are deemed my god, I suppose. But
Still?
the other gods...
He's got like part of the rope in hand as her arms and legs are tied behind her.
Kaya, would you like to say something?
What the
I
fuck?
still don't know who you are. Identify
Can you-
yourself.
Can you explain that, please?
Ain't it?
And she points her spear javelin at her throat.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm literally tied to the ground.
It is a high-level criminal act to include on a High Wing Council meeting.
I didn't know that.
Well, why the fuck were you here?
Yeah, with your hand up in the back.
Can I have an insight check?
Roll an insight check. Roll a deception check.
Can I just like vibe check Kaya?
Hold on, mine's
Deception.
deception? Okay, yeah, I just did,
Hang on, real quick.
That's a
Gotta do
30?
something.
You rolled a 19?
Hang on. There's only one way that I can fucking beat this. None of my dice are being cool.
Coda.
Back! 14.
Yeah, you have no idea. She's as genuine as she can be right now.
I still can't fucking believe I pocket sanded Zoe's new picture and then immediately
sand.
walked by her.
Alice, can you send me the pocket sand so I can make it Cade's ringtone, please?
Pocket
Pocket
sand!
sand.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Cade, everybody shush. Say it one more time so I can have a clear cut of it.
Pocket sand.
Okay.
Well done.
I want the first one.
Alright.
There's
You
more
got it.
gusto in it.
You got it.
Well, if you won't tell us your name, then we'll just have to take you to the dungeon.
Okay, don't do that.
Speaking of which, that was where you were supposed to be in the first place.
You don't know
miss.
that, Cade?
Yeah, I do. I asked Faris about it, and he said that she should be in the dungeons.
Yeah, but you didn't pass the perception check to see past her disguise.
Oh, so we don't know it's Kaya, we just see like a
Yeah, you have no idea it's
Genasi.
Kaya. Daenerys knows it's Kaya, but Daenerys didn't meet Kaya.
My bad, sorry.
James has no idea.
Okay. I can give a little bit of explanation, just maybe less violency. I don't think the rest of the birds like blood spilt in the ancient tree.
Oh, it wasn't on your tree. It was only on the face.
Okay, no, I mean, okay. That wasn't what okay. Can I please be let
Well-
go?
Nah.
Right then. If you won't speak, then we'll take you with us. Oh?
What?
Dungeons?
No! Okay.
Dungeon
okay.
it is. And he hauls her over the shoulder.
What the fuck?
Roll a strength check, Bo.
With advantage or
You at
no?
least listen.
Not with advantage. You're trying to pick up like a 6'4" Samoan.
Natural one.
Oh shit.
And you actually do realize Kaya is really fucking heavy. She is very, very heavy. Much heavier than she should be as an Air Genasi. Air Genasis are very typically incredibly light.
Please stop. You're just embarrassing yourself.
What the fuck? Do you have lead in your pockets or something?
No.
Right.
You're quite large for an air genasi.
It's a genetic disorder.
Roll a deception check.
That's really funny.
I feel like she deserves inspiration
That's
for
really
that.
fucking funny.
Yeah,
It's a genetic
I'll give
disorder.
you. I'll give you inspiration.
Whatever. It's a.
I think at this point Magnus is just like down the stairs, just like I'm so fucking tired of this shit.
It's a. Hold on. So yeah, 16.
Anybody want to roll an insight?
I do.
I'll roll one.
We're gonna use.
That's a natural one.
Ah! E! Ooh!
It's not good enough, so I'm gonna say no.
21!
What?
Magnus, you're down the stairs. You do realize she's lying, but you're already past that. You're down the stairs.
Wait, what do I. Hang on. Rewind. My brain turned off and on for a second. What do I realize she's lying about?
That it's a genetic
It's a
disorder.
genetic disorder.
Okay.
Oh, can I try again to put her over my shoulder?
Please.
Roll another strength check.
Oh,
Glad
that's
I'm
much
trying
better.
and Failing. Funny.
21.
Fuck.
Give me a second.
Can I just, like, go find one of the Genasi people that, like, or one of the people that are, like, going around? Be like, hey, there was a Air Genasi that was eavesdropping on the High Wing Council.
No!
do we do
Please
with
don't
her?
do that!
Yeah, even with a 21 bow, you and you cannot. She is really fucking heavy.
Okay, fine, you get to walk. Your hands are still gonna be tied then.
Okay. At least.
Daenerys is like
explain.
starting to analyze you because you're like the biggest air genasi she's ever seen.
Roll an
She's like
intelligence check.
grabbing your
Magnus-
cheeks and shit.
Magnus, as you do that, one of the Air Genasi stops and goes, "Oh, okay. I will let Lord Garish know right away.
Thanks, have a good one.
You too. Before I go, are you a fire Genasi?" And we're gonna cut back to the
Yeah. Thanks. Magnus just, fuck it. Yeah. Go, ask all the questions you want, dude. I'm here for fucking life, I guess.
I got a 19.
A 19. Incredibly strange Air Genasi. Not supposed to be like this. Very strange.
You're quite the specimen.
Has almost a chalky nature to her.
She does.
And she's like grabbing your cheeks and like look, she like opens your mouth. She's like, interesting, most interesting.
Okay, Tan, I'm gonna let her walk.
I'm really sorry about intruding on the very important meeting. Congratulations on the new title, by the way.
Nurse rolls her eyes.
Look, I knew you guys. I wasn't listening specifically for you guys. But I think I've learned I'm interested in something similar to you.
Oh,
I
so?
She's gonna show like hesitation. My family has experienced a really big loss, and we're really struggling to function without a family member.
Is that right?
The talk of I've been trying to do all this research on my own about this world soul. Because we really are having a hard time functioning without him. So maybe I know it's a long shot, but if we can work together, maybe we can both get what we want out of this.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check.
Well, who is it?
Zoe, roll
That's
either
best way.
deception or persuasion. It's up to you.
Okay.
Just roll one without saying what it is.
Yeah, I know.
Because you know what it is.
Because I know what it is.
But they don't.
14.
18.
Shit.
What'd you get, Daenerys?
Oh, I was supposed to roll as well?
You didn't have to if you don't want to.
What is the roll for?
Insight.
Insight.
So that's 24.
Daenerys, she's telling some of the truth. Some of it's coded behind like some dodgy lies, but for the most part, she's, being kind of honest.
Quite apprehensive. Who died in your family?
It was my father. He made most of the money for us, and we've been having a really hard time financially. We don't live in a lot of fanciness like most of here. So,
Nurse is gonna sit down next to her. You and I might have more in common than I think.
As you say that, Magnus, so when the volcano erupts, what is the cultural appropriate, what is the appropriate cultural response for all of you?
Huh? It kind of just erupts. We don't have... Fire Genasi nowadays don't have as much of a deep-rooted connection into their element as, say, Air Genasi now, but
Really?
Like, once every, what was it, 8 years, it rains ash?
Yeah, the volcano erupts almost every week. But every 8 years there's the white ash that rains down. You watch as you say the Fire Genasi don't really have that much of a connection. He goes, why not? If you're right next to what you were born from, that's... Where did it all go?
The Emperor that rules over the mainland doesn't have the same belief system. Is more based on the human pantheon. And I'm just gonna explain the human pantheon, and then how druidic practices is like frowned upon, and then like how the elemental practices have gone out of place, and then I'm going to also be like, oh yeah, the human pantheon and the elven pantheon that consists of and Lolth, aka Mithra, aka Tithys, like spreading a little bit of
Okay.
godness here and there. As
Okay,
well as
for sure.
my own.
As you do that, Daenerys and Kyle and Bo, what are you guys doing?
As she's, as Kaya mentioned, not or having a dead dad, Bo's gonna kind of have a look on his face of being an asshole.
You got the two people who have dead fathers.
I picked the right group.
But Bo will start untying just the legs. He's still gonna be a bit apprehensive, but
Listen, I know what it's like to do everything in your power to want to bring back someone, especially when they're such a core of your life. I find that it's important to fill your life with people that love and care about you. I think it would be best if you left the Floating Isles. I don't want to risk you taking the World Soul from the Great Tree. We don't know the consequences that could have. I declare that you are banished from the Floating Isles temporarily.
Aw.
Oh my god. Goddamn.
Oh. I mean, fair. Where do you guys know of another World Soul?
You were listening to the conversation.
Well, yes, but apparently that's clearly that's a bit of a not good thing. So I wanted to see if you were more open to sharing it.
at this point your legs are untied.
At this point,
Nurse
you
helps
guys
you
are
out.
gonna be walking. Daenerys, you help her up.
Yeah.
Roll a strength check.
Okay. This is gonna be so sad. That's not bad. That's a 19. That's a natural 20, but I have a -1.
I forgot you have a -1.
As a bird,
Daenerys, as
you
a
really you really try, but man, if you're doing anything, you're just pulling yourself towards the ground. Like Kaya is very, very heavy.
as much as a bird can lift.
As much as a bird can.
I don't mean to be rude, but can you please get up?
Yeah, sure. Give me a minute. I'm going to, like, flop. Like, because I'm assuming, are my arms, like, tied to the front or, like, to the back?
No, they're in the back. You don't
in the
get
back.
you don't get
Okay,
front arm
So
privilege.
I'm gonna, like, shimmy my legs, like, under me and eventually, like...
You do
know,
the Bruce
one
Lee
tree
kick where
trunk-
you fucking kick your legs and get up in one
That'd
move.
be fun. I can't do that. I'm gonna get one tree trunk under my body to another and get myself up. Before kind of looking to Daenerys and being like, thank you for trying.
Right then. She looks embarrassed and she's like, forward then.
Nah, it's okay, Dan. It happens to the best of us, and we just start walking down the stairs.
You guys get down a couple floors, and Magnus is being interviewed by an Air Genasi.
Magnus has been steering this dude like down the stairs with him, just like
Yeah,
as they're talking.
yeah, genuinely. Like you guys, you've
He's
been
like-
walking.
He's like got him by like the elbow, just like down the stairs. They eventually like get outside and they're just like walking and talking and shit.
But Magnus.
Bye.
What?
It just
Sorry, I just. And he kind of like looks around. I didn't realize I got out of the tree.
I'll let you get
I must go
your
back to my
research.
post. Thank you. And he kind of turns back away, and like you see that the rest of you see that as he turns around, he has a scroll that he is furiously writing down on as he walks back in.
Daenerys is gonna catch him, and she's gonna give him her notes when she originally met Magnus.
Hell yeah.
Listen,
Thank you.
put these in the
princess.
library.
Right away.
Write down everything you've ever seen. That's like all of Magnus's bad habits too.
Fire Genasi are particularly nimble.
Fire Genasi climb trees a lot.
Fire Genasi like to play the violin.
Fire Genasi have little waists.
Fire Genasi are snatched.
Fire Genasi don't have waists over 9 inches.
Attractive? Question mark.
Confused? Question mark.
I don't know. Particularly attracted to blue elves.
Okay, so you guys have made your way out of the Great Tree. Is there anything y'all want to do?
Sure. So as we're walking, I'm just kind of like, so, you clearly need a world soul for someone. Who do you need it for? Who'd you guys lose?
An important friend.
A dear friend of ours. Someone who's very important to the world.
Well, I'm sorry about it.
Fucking call you.
Sorry about your loss.
Huh?
I know, I'm sorry about your loss.
It's tough. You know, I don't want to return back without having some information. Otherwise, I've just left for nothing and left them in
As you
worse
guys are leaving,
condition.
there's a few guards that are like kind of patrolling the grounds, just like giving you strange glances. One Air Genasi kind of brushes by, goes, "Oh, sorry, excuse me." Goes back into the tree. Go ahead.
We're both, this entire group, including myself, are in a tough emotional situation. I think, obviously, if I'm not allowed here, are you guys on your way out? Because then we can benefit each other. I'm a great fighter.
I just want to know one thing before we decide on anything. What did you plan to achieve when you came into the world's tree?
I guess the birds talk. They talk, and when they're among themselves, they talk rather excitedly and loudly. So I was hoping I could learn some more information about something as sacred as the tree, or a world soul.
At most times, we're speaking in our native language. The only reason we're speaking the common tongue is because these two are here. Do you know Eric Cochran?
It pulls up character sheet. I can tell you.
She turns around and looks at a tattoo on her shoulder. Sylvan, Primordial.
It's really telling that my screen flashbangs me.
Yeah.
No.
Daenerys is gonna motion at some of the guards
Oh,
to
DM.
kind of follow.
Oh wait, that's me. Kaya, you have a magical item within your inventory. That should be there now, I think. Is it not?
One moment.
Just a second.
One moment.
Hold on.
Just a second.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
You're good.
In roll 20.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Good.
One moment. One
You're
moment.
good.
Hang
Uh-huh.
on.
Just a
Yep.
second.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang
Please,
on.
please.
Yep.
I
Yep.
literally don't have it.
Oh fucking god damn it. Okay.
You're a
Well,
liar. All I have are ruse items.
You should have. You should have a bracelet that allows you to understand any spoken language currently. It was given to you by your patron here.
Word. Cool. So I'm going to just kind of nod and say, yeah, I've been, slowly learning over time, but, I've gotten decently proficient in it. At least understanding. When I talk, it's, rather rubbish, truthfully. And I'm going to try to say something in Eric Cochran, and it comes out bad. Just something that I've overheard a guard saying.
It's a slur.
What does she say? What does she say?
A slur.
Let me pull up my line.
Yeah, bro. So anyway, she had these huge tail feathers.
Massive tail feathers.
Massive!
Guys, I don't think you understand those breasts.
Fellas, I don't think you understand.
Stop! No, wait, too far. Whoa!
Fellas, you gotta understand, in a group of hens, she's a peacock.
Can I
I
just...
hate this.
That doesn't make sense.
She says, Orp Ust, which is excited street.
Daenerys looks at you like.
Your
Okay.
face kind of proves my point. Bad. You have to believe me. I wasn't meaning to do any harm.
I
It
don't
was
have to
just-
believe anything.
You're right. My mistake. Poor choice of words. Truthfully, I'm on a similar mission to you. We need my dad.
You watch as you guys pass one of the guards, you hear, "Hey, isn't that the human from the trials?" And you continue walking.
Hey, Cole?
Hey,
We're out in the daylight now, aren't we?
yeah, you are.
Would I recognize Kai at this point?
No, she still has disguise on.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
What did the guard say?
hey, isn't that the human from the trials?
Oh.
So,
Well, from the voice, yeah, you would recognize her.
So we gotta. He's gonna like lean in a little bit and be like, "So are we gonna talk about how you should be in the dungeons right now, or?"
Guy's gonna lean over me. No?
I hate to break it to you, but I think I kind of do, considering this is, you know, pretty big thing you were trying to do there, so...
I mean, I had a really good chat with them. A civil chat, may I say. Nobody got hurt. And they let me go.
From one career
That's hard to
criminal
believe.
to another, I don't believe you.
No, I promise.
Daenerys kind of lets out a chuckle.
Is this what it's like dealing with me?
Yes, Bo. Yes, it is.
I'm not sorry at all. It was funny.
See? He gets it.
That's also not a really good thing to say about this group, because I'm kind of the worst person here.
At that, Daenerys turns around and she's like, I think you should drop the act.
Pardon?
Whatever you're trying to hide is not worth hiding.
There's nothing I'm really trying to hide. I'm just...
Daenerys is just suspicious out of hell.
Magnus is over on the air, like the Dorathian ship, just like feels a sense of pride. He's just like, hang on, wait a minute.
I promise I've told you everything. I don't really tell a lot of people about my familial situation, because a lot of people are like, well, you know, suck it up, people die. But if there's a solution, and if I can help my family, I could really use all the help. You guys seem like you're pretty important people. And you seem like you're okay, sort of, with helping people. I mean, other than, like, you know, introductions, but I'll let that slide.
If a world soul is what you seek, and it's what my friend seeks, perhaps we're on the same path, but I want you to think if it's right or not. We don't know the consequence of taking a world soul. Perhaps it will destroy entire civilizations.
Very true.
I believe that Edgenasi are great people, and they're born of the air. I think that you should consider your choices.
I have. I've been, unfortunately, a little bit, stuck on the floating isles. I've had a lot of time to think. A lot of time to sit and research and ponder, if you will, like many of the other.
Then how would you like to join us in leaving the floating isles?
As long as you don't do something stupid.
I have done enough stupid things on these islands.
Your
I'm
hands are
done.
tied.
Your hands are still tied, buddy.
I'm done.
Right then. Let's get going then.
Dan, should I? No, she's not getting her hands unbound until we actually get out of here.
What the fuck?
In 2 weeks.
Not in 2 weeks. Jesus.
I mean, you are a prisoner, so, you know, it could be worse. You could be stuck in a dungeon.
And time skip.
And...
Alright.
Right.
Alright, gang. So I'm eating trail mix.
Trail mix.
It's breakfast trail mix?
Brought to you by Great Value Breakfast Trail Mix.
No, we're not. Please don't sue us.
Please sue us. Do it. I dare you.
Actually, no, do send a cease and desist.
I'm still waiting on my
Please.
one from Disney.
I will frame
Yeah.
the cease and desist.
We will frame it on our wall.
I will use it
Yes.
as a trophy.
Plural. I want Xeroxes of that shit.
I don't even
I'll make
have
copies.
my high school diploma hung up. This will be hung up on my wall.
Who hangs up their high school diploma?
I don't know. Fucking losers.
I don't have mine.
What?
Oh.
I don't know where it went.
That's kind of important.
Oh.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Anyways, back to D&D.
Is there anything you guys want to do in the 2 weeks that follow? Yes, Magnus.
I want to get my spell from Varus of fucking body to fucking not rot.
Oh yeah.
I want to have like a nice little inventory check where I'm gonna dump out my bag of holding, sort everything out, put things in places where they should be and like an easy access point, and take an inventory of everything. And you're looking at me like that's a really bad idea. I'm going to do this under the guise of everybody else. Everybody else is going to be around me as I do this in a well-secured area, probably the Dorathian estate.
Who are you and what have you done with Magnus?
Because I'm scared for my life and I'm tired of fucking dying.
Takes Rue's body out of a bag.
So, the next day you approach Varus asking for the scrolls, and he goes, yes, of course. Kind of rifles through a bag, and he pulls out 6 scrolls. These should last you the next 2 months in the Lenorolian calendar for preserving your friend's corpse.
Great. I was kind of thinking of something a little more semi-permanent, but this will do fine.
Well,
Thank you.
it's not exactly an easy thing to do. I could always mail you more scrolls in time, but preserving a body is very difficult.
Yeah. I'll let you know if I need, like, an extension. Again, I greatly appreciate this.
Of course. In the meantime... So, it's just you and him in the room, is that right?
Please, yeah, sure. Please don't ask me about my homeland. They're getting books sorted. Just wait, please.
I have enough information about Viaginosis
Thank God.
from my sister's
Thank God.
mailings. However...
You obviously want to talk about something.
And he kind of like looks around and he goes, "The Odiumadius name."
Look at the skeleton. He looks so concerned.
Unfortunately, that is one of the few names that we here in the Floating Isles do know when it comes to magical items.
Yeah, it's a hard one to miss.
And he kind of like locks eyes with you, Magnus.
You got games on your phone?
If you are truly wanting to overthrow their empire when it comes to magical items, I would require a very strong ally with knowledge of their inner workings.
I may be able, possibly, to help you out with that. However, do know that recently my brother has become head of house and my father has, for some reason, stepped down from his head. And Magnus is like consciously coming to terms with this, and he's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? You could either try to dislodge the monopoly, or I could set up talks with the Odomadius head and see if you can't get some kind of trade deal going with your newfound company.
Ah.
Either or.
So that's what that meant. And you watch, as you say that, Magnus, he goes into his bag and pulls out one more scroll. This one looks to be made of paper, not from the Floating Isles. It doesn't have that strange greenish tint, but is instead from the Empire.
I'm fucking scared!
This was given to us... well, strangely. It bears the name of someone we have no idea. They claim to be an Aarakocran, and it appeared in the
shit.
Dorathian household
It wasn't
about a month ago.
It wasn't perchance signed by a bird named Electi, was it?
You say that, and he unrolls the scroll and shows you the hand signature that says Electi.
Yeah! Yeah, I know him. But I have some questions about him. But, like, a scroll first.
The scroll reads, to the Dorathians, it would be mindful of you to be wary of any further jurisdictions and advancements with the Odiamadius family. Signed, Electi. When I first received this, I believed it to be one of two things. The first could be one of the 9 or 10 rogue Aarakocrans that are out in the world right now. Or it could be one that simply doesn't want to be known and it as a threat. However, I believe it is a sincere warning.
Believe me. It is a sincere warning. As someone with the name would suggest, the Automatiuses are a powerful bunch. Not one of them is to be taken lightly. And I don't say that as a threat at all, but more of a soft warning. Even I have my times where I remind myself of my father and mother. So.
Well, to that point, Magnus, I was curious and I did more research.
Mm-hmm. I will also note, he did message me saying the same about the...
He appeared in person.
In person? Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I did speak to him in person before. Going to Yawthorn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before going to Yawthorn, and he did say the same about the Dorathians.
Well, I did more research into the Orimadius name. And I believe I know why your father stepped down. If you want me to tell you, I will.
Please, if you have any ease of my mind.
Well, recently...
Lore!
Recently, the two branches of your family, the distant branches, the one in Yakish and the, I can't quite remember their name, cousin family.
Hang on. Ooh, I have it up. I do. I know it. I have it. The medium? Poridium.
Peridium.
Peridium, thank you.
So you say that in character?
Not the spelling, but like the Peridium family?
Yes, the Peridium family. Have all made the decision to rejoin.
Huh?
Well, he kind of looks around again and he goes, your family and its distant relatives in the different portions of the world have made the decision to reconvene to expand their, shall we call it, empire.
fucking fantastic. And I'm going to say that in character with full sarcasm, even though he will not understand it.
I'm not sure why you're joyous. I suppose it does give you a lot of good things.
No, it's, on the mainland, there's this thing called sarcasm, when we say something and it means the actual opposite. What?
Oh, like Droob.
Sure. What is that?
Droob is a thing you say after a sentence to mark that you're not being serious.
Oh, like just kidding. Okay.
Are there goats?
There sure are, buddy.
He kind of like looks around a bit confused.
I'm gonna minor image a fucking a goat.
You're such an ass.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. That is a very good trick you seem to have picked up.
No, it's another expression. Language on the mainland is a lot less literal than it is here.
Oh, alright.
But what do I know about the Peridium family? Like, is it like mine, or is it like...
You don't really know. They are... The Peridium family is a family that belongs in a different part of Myfall, I believe. And then the Odiamatius family... No, Astelboro has the Odiamatius family. The Peridium family is in Myfall. And the... Sorry, I gotta pull up the other one really quick. Really quick. One second. Names. Oh yeah. And then the major Odiamatius, the first line is in Yarkish.
And we're the secondary, like...
You were the secondary branch, yeah. Your father's second cousin currently runs the branch in Yarkish, and your mother's third cousin runs the branch in Myfall, in southern Myfall.
Okay.
And all three of you do separate things.
Yeah, that's not a great sign.
No, and so it made me wonder if such big steps are being taken, your father is stepping down as head of the household. What more could he be doing?
Well, I do have a few theories, but none of them are great.
Oh, and if you're wondering how I know all of this, well, when you were here the other night, I decided to go through your belongings, and I found what I think you all affectionately refer to as a talk rock in Lenorol. I simply traced back the magical signature and linked them together to the ones in your family. So I was... And he kind of like looks like sheepish as he says, I broke in the process. But I did get those messages.
You didn't happen to write down the messages, did you? And I'm like, God fucking damn it, 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 God fucking damn it.
Well, I had memorized them. I can write them down if you wish.
That would be most helpful. And I'm gonna real quick message Cole, or do a sending to Cole, be like, hey, so, in Aracracia, Talk Rock broken.
You hear... I know what all of those words mean separately, but not put together.
In Arathia, Talk Rock broken. I know what those mean separately. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. Yeah, if you could just write those down for me, and next time, if you're just curious about something, ask.
Yes, of course, absolutely. I'll get right on that. And we'll go over to Daenerys!
What would you like to say to your dear old brother?
Well, you requested to ask before I left.
Yes. Watches he kind of, like a couple days later, he sets down an ink and quill that he's writing down on a sheet of paper. You know, it says, like, it starts with Odiamatius on the first page, and then he was going to continue. Daenerys. I cannot begin to describe to you the stress I feel within my current position. I have not told Gale this, but I wish to make her the head of the household. And I wanted your opinion. I do believe that it is your time rather than hers, but you will not be here. You have a greater calling. She knows what to do, and I have felt inspired by my younger sister for the past few months, and I wish to travel.
Where shall you go?
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure I'll go through with it, but
If you do, please stay in contact. I can't lose another person in my life.
no. I know. I suppose I'm a little jealous as well. In the short time you've been away, Daenerys, you've gotten very strong. And I don't mean just in terms of battle capabilities. I mean emotionally, and it's hard to see you as a younger sister anymore.
I'll always be your younger sister.
True. But it also made me realize I need to stop worrying so much about you.
Worrying. Where's the soul?
Yes, it does. Originally, I wanted to talk to you to tell you and scold you for being so reckless with your money, our money, and your own life, and the adventures you were having, but I understand. These friends you've made. At first I thought they were nothing more than squabble that had turned you into something fetid, but I now understand. They really do mean a lot. And they've made you grow.
You know, it was quite a challenge for me to accept the world outside of Arathia. My friends stood by my side when things got very difficult. They continue to stand by my side even in the light of all of this happening. Light of losing two of our closest friends. And Oh, dear mother.
Yes. Well, I must get back to my studies.
Before you go, I think Gail's a great fit. Do you know if she plans to wed, if at any point in her life?
I'm sure she does. However, Daenerys, I'm also sure that when the time comes and you're finished, she will pass the title on to you.
Right. But House Baratheon needs their leader.
True. Oh, and one more thing. If you do, by chance, happen to come across I'm looking for a particular magical item to study. It's, well, firstly, if you have anything from the Ghost Spectrum Island you were telling me about.
Spectre Isle.
Spectre Isle, thank you. I would love to study it. Secondly, I'm looking for an item that is able to turn one invisible. I'm thinking that I can use that item to make Cray more joyous, if you understand my meaning.
Yes. That's good. That's wonderful. Do I have anything from Spectre Isle? I don't remember.
I have no idea. Genuinely.
Alice, do I have anything from Spectre Isle?
So you don't have anything from Spectre Island, but Bo and I have stuff from Spectre Island. I think one of us specifically has a chest plate that makes somebody invisible.
I don't think I...
You know, just got something stuck in my throat.
You also have the Two Birds bow, I believe, is from Spectre Island.
Two Birds bow is from way before Spectre Isle. She got that.
Bow was
yeah,
from
you're
Reliquary.
Right. It's
Yeah.
from Reliquary, that's right.
Yeah. I don't believe I brought anything home from Spectre Isle, because I believe my friends might have something, but I do have a lot of stuff written down about the Isle. I may leave it here with you, if you desire it and want to archive it in the great libraries and such.
That would be fantastic. I could get the Genossi scribes on that right away so that they could transfer it over.
Right. And she's just gonna
Okay.
transfer information. I think either, well, ask Bo or Magnus. They might have something.
Very well. In the meantime, you watch as he gets, like, a very evil smile across his face. I hope you're excited.
Very.
I've devised the perfect way to get you to the Akala.
Oh, and what would that be, brother?
He just keeps smiling and he says, "Have a good night, Daenerys."
So cryptic, and she turns around and walks to her room.
Awesome. Hey there, Kaya. Is there anything that you would like to talk to your newfound party members about, or get to know them before we move on?
I guess I'd like to learn everybody's names. I don't know those. I've probably gathered Bo and Daenerys.
Can we do a 90s montage of you meeting everybody, please?
Can we do that? I would love
Sure.
to do a 90s montage.
Everywhere you look,
Where do
it's a giant frog. Giant frog frog's
caught
back.
up on the inside
Starring
jokes.
giant frog.
Can I shake hands with the corpse that's in the bag?
No! What the fuck?
Oh, speaking of which,
Yeah!
Magnus, Mangoes.
Hang on,
Please.
before we start this shit, I'm going to ask for Bo's help in doing
Is
this.
everybody else with you in that room, or
I mean, like, I would
assume
I
probably...
would
we're grouping
assume.
up.
do you want to do it in the dining room again?
Sure.
God damn it.
Fuck it, we
God.
ball. I'd be like, hey, I have, like, the dining room table is, like, clear-ish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, alright, I have to sort through my shit because, oh my god, I can start a store with everything that's in my bag. Anyways,
Yeah. It's bad, ain't it?
yeah, so we're gonna go through it. I just want to get, like, a good idea of what all I have and what we need to get before we leave. So,
Very well.
taking everything out, doing rooms
Magnus,
like,
what do you have in your inventory?
what do I have in my inventory?
Jesus.
Yes.
I swear
What do you
to God.
have in your inventory?
If you take
So
my
much
shit away,
fucking
I will
shit.
fucking kill myself.
I'm not gonna take your shit away.
Okay, so full disclosure.
Uh huh.
Because everybody's gonna see it.
I know.
So as you're taking like bag after bag after bag, you know, sword after dagger after
So
bow.
it's a shit ton of like broken weapons and shit, and like
Yeah.
bones from creatures that like we've killed.
Yes,
I have
the trophies,
yeah,
gems.
I have my bag of gems. I've got my like separate bag of diamonds. I have like
So
sand
you
from
pull
Spectre Island that we used. To
all of these
cleanse.
out as the five of you, or as the four of you, including Kaya.
I pull out the
I
box with
believe.
the egg in it.
Okay. So you pull out everything in your inventory, and as you're like sorting through it, you watch as Gale walks into the room, goes, "Oh my," and just turns around and walks out.
Bye, Mr. Athian. Have a good one.
So if you could please give me a verbal list of every item in your inventory currently.
Ooh. I made this a long time ago, and I'm currently looking for it.
While you're going through that, Magnus, as you take your bag of holding,
I'm also gonna, like, at one point, like, whenever I think it's fully empty, I'm gonna flip it out so I can, like, clean it.
fantastic. Okay, you take your bag of holding and you it out. About 10 gallons of sand
Yeah, no, that's about right.
flow out onto the floor, not including, but limited to, the corpse of a frog, 3 lizards, 16 different kinds of plants, all native to Yawthorn, and live liquor, 2 wet rocks that have been molded by a river, and, last but not least, a single toe.
Why
Forgot about that.
the fuck do we have a toe?
A lot of skeletons, too. A lot of things that looked like they've been eaten.
I mean, that
Hang on.
Why do you have 10
Hang
gallons
on.
of sand in your bag of holding?
Shh, 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 shh. Something's not
No,
adding
it's-
up here. Shh, shh, shh. Something's not adding up here. Either Yawthorn is a shit ton more sandier than I fucking thought it was. Dusty bitch.
Hey!
The-
The eyeball up and down, dusty
yeah.
bitch.
oh,
Is Kaya untied at this point?
can I have a hand?
Daenerys, do you feel comfortable enough with
It's been
Kaya
like
being
5
untied?
days.
I is untied, but there's 2 Dorathian cards always behind you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then she's definitely untied at this point. She's gained her hands privileges back.
Yay!
But they're not like the puny guards that were watching you escorting you
these
to the other island.
Eyes.
These are big birds.
These are the 2 largest birds they could find from the Orochimaru family to guard you, for sure.
They're like
Oh,
crows.
Grabbed by some
Floors with bird.
You touch one of them and they look at you and go, "Do not touch me."
Ooh, you said brown?
Oh
like a bird that sets boundaries.
my god.
And I would like if you'd quit speaking to me in such a manner.
You're right. Call it.
I think I have extra shit.
X.
What?
So,
What else could you possibly
fun
have?
fact, jackass, I don't go around collecting sand.
It's you we're talking about.
I don't go around collecting sand and fucking lizards and shit.
Listeners sneezing, sorry.
Does anyone else have access to the bag?
No, it's this kind of bag.
No. I'm gonna cast Identify on the bag.
You cast Identify on the bag?
Yes.
This is a regular bag of holding.
Okay. That's fucking weird. And there's no, like, rips or tears or, like, anything else that's, like...
Do you want to roll an investigation check?
I do. I would love to.
This is so funny.
It's my favorite
I
fucking
had
game
a thought.
DM.
I think I know what it is. Except for the sand. That's weird, but I think I know what the rest
But,
is.
Do you
like,
want to send me it?
the bag is completely empty, right?
Yeah, everything that you know or can tell is outside of the bag.
Okay. Before I do this roll, can I... We've already established there's air inside the bag, right?
Yes, there is air inside the bag.
Can I flip it right side out and stick my head in it?
If you want, Bo will hold the bag for you.
Hey, hold this. Boosh! Like a fucking ostrich.
Falls
Wait.
into bag.
Oh, you're putting your head in the bag?
Yeah, I wanna like, you know, like... The fuck? What's up with this?
Man, you guys... I swear to God, you guys just want to kill yourselves.
Oh!
Stop putting your head in things!
Well, if you rip the bag, you will die.
Yeah, I don't want to rip the bag.
I'm just letting you know.
No, I know.
Can
I? Actually.
It is pitch black in here.
Okay.
It's a bag.
Booth my head back out. There's fucking... Where the hell did this shit come from? My fucking investigation check, and we're gonna use the little... No, shit, wait, hang on. Okay, not that one, apparently.
The sand's what's weirding me out.
I know, it's fucking so much
Everything
sand
else,
and
I
lizards
know
and
what-
shit.
I know what the rest is. But the sand is throwing me off.
25.
25. The bag is normal. The sand is, like, it's sand. You do see what looks to be 4 long scratches along the rim of the bag of, like, you know, like something trying to get in or get out.
Uh-huh.
The toe is mostly fresh. It looks like it's been cut off, and the corpses of the frog, the lizard, and the bones all look to have been picked clean as though something were eating from them. Like the frog has been like slit open and like the innards have been sucked out. It's like kind of a frog bag. The lizards have been killed and eaten, and the bones have just been like picked clean afterwards.
Do I have a chupacabra in my bag? Do you imagine how fucking funny that would be? Actually, wait, no, is this like reminiscent of those fucking hogs that we found?
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
Thank fuck, because that would actually freak me the fuck out.
No, the hogs had all their fluids sucked out of them.
Yeah.
Can I look at like this and kind of like do my own little investigation check?
Roll an investigation check.
Can I as well with my giant animal handling whatever bullshit?
Yes, you can.
Monster identify stuff.
Oh, I have a +0 on my investigation. That's a 6.
Oh god.
You're like, hey, it's sand. I know it's sand.
Hey,
The
Cool.
the sand looks
Yes, Bo.
what was it we found? Wasn't it the egg of a cyclops?
Yeah, the egg's not hatched, right?
The egg of the troll.
The egg of a troll. Is that hatched?
No.
No,
It's-
the troll egg is
I'm gonna also check on that while I'm like get a percentage of like
the
doneness.
troll egg seems to be very close to hatching. It's moving. It's very warm. You can feel like a boom, 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 boom from inside.
I'm gonna do like little tappy taps on it. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do little tappy taps on it.
Okay.
Like little rhythmic tappy taps, just like, what the fuck is in my bag? Are there, like, frogs? And shit?
There are a couple dead frogs, yeah.
No. I mean, like, are there frogs and shit in Arathia?
Yes, there are giant frogs. There are very large frogs.
No, that's not what I want. I want a small...
There are frogs in Live Liqueur.
Fuck. Huh.
Roll an intelligence check for me, Magnus.
Please, thanks.
Yes, to theirs.
I rolled a natural 20 for investigation on the sand.
On the sand?
Yes.
on the sand or the stuff?
The sand sure is sand.
Wow!
Okay, I will investigate the claw marks to see if I can identify the type of claw marks.
You, with all your beastly knowledge, don't know what these claw marks are.
She turns to Magnus like,
Wow. I'm gonna use my fucking chaos die because that's much better.
DM, do I get a vibe from anything from Hunter's Bane?
Yeah, is this anything to do with Fabian or Undead?
This, Bo, why don't you give me an investigation check?
With advantage?
Not with advantage. Just give me an investigation check.
And you said an intelligence check?
Intelligence check.
Okay, that's a 18.
18. Your mind to the corpses specifically, except for the frog that's been split open, your mind goes back to the idea that foxes are, what's the term?
I'll be right back.
When they eat dead stuff, foragers,
Yeah.
scavengers.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm gonna ring out magma.
So you silently ring your bell.
Kaya's first time seeing magma. Just what the fuck?
Magma, woof, out of the sand, runs all over the room, and then pounces on one of the corpses, picks it up, runs up to you, and drops it at your feet.
Thanks, bud. Hang on, I have to check something. I got it. I don't know if he can.
My intelligence was a...
Your investigation.
Sorry. Let me look at that.
I
That's
have
worse.
an idea!
My investigation was 11.
With an 11, Bo, you're really not sure, man. These claws, the claw marks have an eerie sense of familiarity, but you can't really pin it.
Tenaris,
Yes.
you can speak with animals, right? Or is it just plants? Can you speak with animals?
Yes. Are you requesting that I speak
It
to
sure would be
Magma?
nice if somebody could see in the fucking dark.
I have dark vision.
Not
You
pitch
said
black.
it...
You have minor dark vision.
Sure. I'll cast speak with animals. Hey, Magma.
hey!
Oh my God!
Hey!
We're done this
I'm just gonna like while he's
Hey, buddy.
Hi!
Do you live in that bag?
Big bird. Bag? What bag? What bag?
This one. And she points to the bag.
I don't live in a bag. No bags. Big bird. You're a big bird. I don't live in a bag. No.
Oh my god.
Yes, yes.
I fucking love him.
I'm quite a big bird.
Ask him if he knows anything about like claws on my bag.
Do you know what this creature could be that left these marks?
Yes, a big bird. I gotta run, and he kind of like starts squirming out of your grip, Magnus,
Go for it!
and he just, yeah,
A big bird like me, or a big bird like a different bird?
no big bird in the bag. And he kind of stops.
Like, did the big bird attack the bag?
No, there's no big birds in bags. Only you, big bird. You, big bird. Other big birds here.
Does he know what's in the bag?
What are the claws from?
Claws.
the moth?
Claws.
Holding
Thing.
up the bag.
Person. Thing. Person. Gotta run.
Right. Can you smell what this is?
Smells like the bag.
I want to try something. Magna, go get me something small and living.
Small and living.
Like
small and
frog.
living. Small and living. Frog. Darts out
Squirrel.
off into a different room.
Okay then.
So how's that?
He's got a lot of energy.
You hear,
Let me trust.
oh my! As you watch as Magnus like starts pulling, and you watch as Gale like starts getting like pulled into.
No.
What? What is happening?
That's big living.
Brr.
That's big living. So sorry about that mistake.
What a feisty creature.
So
Where is
sorry.
it from?
Miscommunication. Ashmore.
Oh, wonderful. What's your name? Big bird. Second big bird. Another big bird. Other big bird.
I love this so
Does he see the birds behind Kaya too?
No, he doesn't see those yet.
And Daenerys just like leans over. Look behind me.
Oh, big birds! Bigger birds! Huge birds! I wish I could catch those. Yes,
Daenerys,
the question.
Oh, I feel like this is not going to work. I'm going to put on my old broken goggles of night and try and see if those still work inside of the bag. Of night vision, I mean.
Oh no.
Not the smile!
Oh god! Biden! Ah! What the fuck is in the bag? Look at the skeleton. He looks so concerned.
Babe, what is in your bag?
I don't know! Why do you think I've been trying so hard to figure that out?
So there is something other than a corpse in your bag?
I don't know. I don't fucking have any idea.
No, the corpses though? Those the little corpses in the toe, I'm assuming it might be the toe.
I don't
It's
think
your stupid fox.
the toe. No. The toe. Not me. The frogs and lizards. Not me. The fucking
Well, right.
leaves
Yeah, but
and
your
shit.
fox.
What if it's
Didn't-
they? I don't think.
Didn't we
it's
keep a
that-
toe for some reason?
No. We kept
I thought we
an
kept
ear.
a finger or
We kept
something.
an ear.
Oh,
We have-
okay.
We have the ear, but you already like
Why would
shipped
you?
that off because it was like it was in the Fate, the big Fate, Red Lightning. He ripped somebody's ear off or some shit, and it was like on the floor. And Daenerys was like, "Oh, interesting," and Magnus was like, "I can hold on to that for you."
Oh yeah.
Oh,
okay,
interesting.
I can remember.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, interesting. I can hang on to that for you.
Oh.
Shoop.
Odd. I love Magnus so much. I
I love
that
him
he's
so much. Oh my
hyperactive.
god,
Oh my
he's my
God.
I love
favorite.
it.
I'm so sad Rue isn't alive.
Me too.
I'm working on it. We're trying.
Your new character might be the preventing factor.
I know.
I'm ready to fucking throw down.
But somehow she has to achieve her goals in order for Rue to be revived.
No. I'm gonna.
Is that
fucking
what Cole told you?
Steal that
Yeah.
world soul out from under her nose. Will I watch this world fucking burn for the person I love? Absolutely, I will. Oh no, Magnus, the temporary villain of something? Oh no.
Nerd.
Nerd
You're a
alert.
nerd.
Nerd alert.
Nerd!
Nerd!
Oh, cancel. I got
Nerd, 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 nerd. Bo just died.
LMAO, ha, get wrecked, loser.
Oh, interesting.
Elbozo. Get a better character.
I got a I got a submission comment on a canvas thing, and for some reason I can see the HTML coding of his comment.
Okay.
So it's like paragraph, span style, font family, and then his message, and then an @NBSP, which is just like adding space, and then all the ending tags. It's really funny.
Hang on, everybody.
Hey,
shut
are
up.
you dead?
Okay, turn on your fucking camera. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh no!
The kid's crawling up the wall.
Spider-Man!
What
So like, is Bo, as I'm holding the bag, is Bo like thrashing at all?
No, Bo's head is just in the bag.
You fuckers thought I was crazy. You thought I was.
Oh my god, is it Bo, man?
You thought I was fucking insane.
Magnus is just like,
you thought...
Magnus is just like sitting in a chair, like bag open, Bo's just like head in bag.
No.
I think after a while, Magnus would like pull it off.
No, shut the fuck up. 2 years. I've called crazy. 2 years.
Crazy?
Crazy ones. Rats, room, rubber. Ate him.
Okay.
Oh,
It's out of my. It's
enjoy this.
it's out of my system. I'm sorry for getting a little upwound. Back to RP. Bo is going to.
It's not, by the way.
Haha.
Huh? Huh?
Huh?
Go ahead,
You
Bo.
just broke a man.
Go ahead, Bo.
He's going to take his head out of the bag of holding. Well, Daenerys, I have some good news for you.
You have... What is it, Bo?
The fuck does that?
Your armor works again.
Smelly man, smelly man, smelly man, smelly man.
And my goggles work again.
Oh.
Magnus?
He says taking them off.
Yeah, slowly. Magnus,
Yo.
have I ever told you the story about the Bone Man?
Not this fucking shite again, dude.
Put the goggles on,
What's the bone man?
Don't worry about this, Kaya.
and I will hold it open for
If
him.
he's in, if this, if
I'm gonna
this bone man's
insight check Bo.
in the
Roll an
bag-
insight check.
If it's in the bag, then
Can I set the DC
Okay.
full?
It's 18.
Roll a
I'm
persuasion check.
convinced.
Okay, that is the way you set the DC.
I'm convinced this is his hallucination.
I rolled a 3.
is
He's telling the truth.
this? Is he known to have hallucinations?
Put the goggles
Of
on.
this-
I'm going.
For sure.
Oh.
Put my goggles on.
I was spouting off
Dunking
about this
my
boat,
head
man.
in.
Bye, babe.
Magnus,
Oh.
you
If I start,
re-enter the world
I'm
of
gonna
darkness.
hang on, pause. If I start thrashing, pull it off immediately.
Got it.
Okay.
Now
You re-enter the world of darkness, Magnus, and as you begin to look around, roll a perception check for me.
Please, God.
Please don't make me look worse, Cole.
Soup.
Yes.
Smelly man.
Interesting
Big bird,
little
big bird, smelly man, smelly man. Oh.
Interesting little things.
You watch as he comes up to you, Kai, and goes, "What are you? What are you? What are you? What are you? What are you?" You smell like sand, and he kind of like starts trying to dig into you, and he goes, "No, person, big person, sand person, soup.
Sand person. Sand person. Air person.
What are you talking about?
I got
I'm
a
talking to
17.
the dog.
You can talk to it.
Magnus,
Yes.
That's a fox.
Cole. Is Bo on bath salts? Oh God! Is Bo on bath salts? Question mark. Is Bruno Mars is
Magnus.
gay? Oh God.
you begin to look around the bag, and you got an 18?
I got a 17.
17. DC was 15 for this occurrence.
Ooh, cool.
You see what looks to be a door closing as a as a long, gangly frame slips through it and closes, and the bag, like the bag wall, kind of molds back into that felty texture. Almost a single long gnarled hand kind of closes it behind it as it closes the door.
Oh, interesting. What kind of door, Fergie? Have I ever seen this kind of door before?
This door is made out of pure blackness.
Ooh,
And
very cool.
you can tell it closes just by the way the felt moves.
Okay.
The creature that leaves you looks to be humanoid in nature, is a very pale gray and is incredibly thin. Like you can see their bones like poking out through their skin. Gray, and one like almost like a beast's claws as it closes the door behind it.
Insight check.
One inside check.
Have I ever heard of anything ever in my life that I've like, that's this thing?
No.
Fuck.
Actually, you're an Odiamatius,
I am an Odiamatius.
which
What does that mean?
studies magical items. You have heard of an entity, supposed entity, like a wives' tale, really, of a creature that
Legend lore,
is
bro.
able to appear in bags of holding, but that's it. Like you've never seen anything. You've just heard of something that is able to do that. That's it.
Okay. I'm gonna pull my head back out.
All right.
Oh, never mind.
I'm back.
Magnus pulls his head back out and he grabs a piece of paper and he starts frantically scribbling in common in every language that he knows, and he drops it in the bag and he starts putting everything back.
You saw him?
Fuck was that?
I don't know what the fuck I saw, but I'm fucking excited.
What are you?
I told you he was real.
Do not you even fucking start that shit. I don't even know, like, what I even saw, but holy
Okay.
shit!
That
You see
was
Bone
the
Man.
Bone Man.
No, it's not. He's not like made up. I don't even know. It's just there was a door. It was black. There was a hand, and he was bony as fuck. It was like,
That's the Bone Man.
shut up! You're fucking crazy.
I could cry right now. I want you to know that.
It's like there's a really old like legend, like it's like a wives' tale of how old this thing is, of a thing that like seeks out, not like seeks out magical items, but it's really hard to explain. Anyways, I dropped the piece of paper in the bag first
Okay.
before like
What does the paper do?
putting everything else back.
Before you put stuff back in, could I perhaps look at the specimen?
Be my guest.
Go for it.
Take it. Go ahead.
I'm a,
Shoot!
Actually like an ostrich this time, just full bodied, like straight as your head goes boom.
Yeah.
All right, Daenerys, roll a perception check for me.
Alrighty.
we're just having turns fucking huffing Magnus's bag.
That's a 19.
19.
14 plus 5.
14 plus 5. You dunk your head into the bag, but after looking around for a minute or two, you don't see anything. You just see the felt walls of the inner lining of the bag within this 10-foot cube.
Even with the goggles of night vision?
Even with the goggles of night vision.
Did you like see the thing, or did you like it was like in the doorway, or was it leaving, or what the fuck was it doing?
I didn't see a doorway. It
Goes
was,
back in and checks again.
You
it
don't see
was
anything different.
hanging upside down by its claws.
Cool.
And whenever it saw me, its head turned completely around with its back turned towards me. Its eyes were glinting, and it started drooling.
Ew.
Ew.
Daenerys takes off her glasses, puts them on the table.
Pocket
I
monster.
just put the stuff back in the bag.
That's what I'm doing.
What do you mean? You didn't see it?
Is there a way that I can, like, put the sand in at the bottom and then do the, like, a little habitat?
You're trying to make a habitat for the
Can
fucking
I?
bone man?
Yes!
Alice, stop trying to Pokemon my fucking NPCs.
I'm Pokemoning your NPCs!
Please.
No! They're going in the bag! So, like, on the piece of paper that I've written, it's like, hello, I'm Magnus. You live in my bag. Want some frogs?
Do you have a question, Kaya?
Zoe has a question. You took everything out of your bags, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've, like, sorted everything, gone
Including
through
the
everything.
corpse.
Including the
corpse.
So Kaya gets to see the corpse.
It's
The
not
corpse
a
is wrapped up.
It's like a wrapped, like,
Oh,
very...
She's mummified.
Okay. She's still gonna be disturbed as fuck at you pulling a wrapped corpse out of a bag.
Magnus, what would you like to do with the talon of the demon?
I still want to turn it into a sword.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes, Cade.
every time the chaps made him appear, does that mean he just came out of the fucking bag?
Every time the what?
The chaps made him appear, the bone man appear. Does that mean he just came out of the fucking bag?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's the bone man?
The bone man never appeared, Cade.
You're so mean to him.
I'm so sorry. Yes, sir.
I want to cry.
Daenerys sits at the table and is like, "Have you ever heard of people being brain sick?"
Brain sick.
Yes. There's nothing in there.
No,
I mean,
no. So, Daenerys, you do hear, no, creature, I sure frog and lizard, creature, try to eat me, try to catch me, but I disappear, creature, soup, big bird, smelly man, dirt woman, sand person,
Tell me more about the creature.
creature.
What does
Time's up.
this look like?
Time's up.
Disappears into the sand.
Bye, Magnus.
Daenerys just looks at the ground and is like, I may be brain sick as well.
Let it go!
Sand, lizards, frogs, and shit. Bones, toe, bones.
Scoops
My
10
garbage
gallons
on
of
top.
sand.
I'm gonna fucking Pokemon
So-
this shit, dude.
The wrapped up body, is that,
None of your fucking business.
damn.
To cut the tension, what do you plan to do with the rest of the sand that is now all over my dining room?
I'm gonna press digitation.
Yeah, can we just, like, prestidigitation it away, or can we...
It clears like a small portion of it.
Can I just like vacuum cleaner with like my with my spoon, just like
Absolutely.
hold on,
It's like
hold on,
fucking
hold on.
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, that's just Bo like walking like in like a plain like a lawnmower esque like stripes way, just
Magnus is, like, lifting up chairs and, like, dusting things off and, like,
Nope,
making sure
thank you.
everything's clean again.
Oh, sorry, Kai, and he's gonna like press the digitation to your face with some of the sand that's still on it.
I understand.
Yeah,
Oh,
and on your shoulder. It's gone now.
Thanks.
There was no need to wipe your arm. I already.
Daenerys like shakes like a bird would shake when they're just like being uncomfortable. And it's just sand.
Oh,
Oh, wait, hold on.
check it out.
Okay, I think that's it.
Why is there so much sand in there?
I don't know, it gets in my fucking boots all the time, and this guy's covered in it.
I haven't been in sand for multiple years until we got to Yawthorn.
And yet you're somehow always covered in it.
I'm not even covered in sand right now. I prestidigitation it all off.
I'm gonna smack Bo and I'm gonna prestidigitation on top of dust coming off of him.
It's like when you pat like an Australian shepherd after they
or like
leave.
a horse.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna his back and just
Ooh,
you're dusty.
that's not a
like
that's
your
not a
horse.
sign.
You made that with magic. Quit trying to lie.
I didn't know what the fuck you're talking about. Here's the little bell chime in the distance.
Okay, what does Varus have planned for us? What do you have planned?
Okay, as you say that.
Hang on. Last thing. Minus this, I know, it's fucking, I'm awful. I've been training with my 2 swords. With both of them. It's just, like, to have it out there. Do they do anything cool or new?
Not yet.
I'm putting in the work for it, though. This 2 weeks.
True. I'll give you, over the next 2 weeks, if you put in another 2 weeks of time, I'll give you proficiency in dual handing.
Cool.
That being said, over the next week and a half, you all begin to sharpen your skills, read, meditate, craft. Bo, I'll let you craft the next level of your gun if you want to. It now has 6 chambers.
Oh, I'm back, baby!
And we can say confidently now that when it does damage, you can multiply any of the damage you get on it by 2.
Wait, I can multiply or I can add 2 to it now?
You can multiply by 2. So if you roll 16, it does 32. With those 2d8s that it does.
Thank you. Does that mean I take what's left of safety stick out of the barrel?
Yes, you take what's left of safety stick. You now have a ramshackle, steampunk-ass fucking revolver, basically.
Hell yes, dude.
Hell yeah.
6-shooter on my hip, baby!
Over the next week and a half, you will travel through Arathia. The floating islands, chained and roped together through, be it roots, ropes, or real actual chains. The many people and customs, the lack of understanding what sarcasm is, the studious nature of everyone here. Over the next week and a half, you watch as the Arathia you've come to know begins to change ever so slightly as more and more training drills are being run, more Arathians and Air Genasi are being, well, given armor and weapons, and you watch as your House Dorathian mages, the scholars under Dorathian, begin to truly, for the first time, enchant for war. It is here in this week and a half that you see the beginnings of preparation under the Arathian country. Not for something of glory, but to hopefully dissuade and fight back against an onslaught. You feel pride, and you feel despair as you watch faces that you've come to know you recognize them and you go, oh, they might die in what is coming. From Varus to Gale to the many men, women, and children of the streets, each of you, apart from Kaya, hold heavy in your hearts the message you've delivered to these people. As that is being said, You receive one hell of a send-off. As you all board the Dorathian ship, Varus approaches the three of you, or the four of you, and he goes, I've made preparations. I've decided to send a host of guards with you, along with a single minor member of the Erathians to study what's going to be happening. They will be with you at all times. They will only listen to your orders, and he looks at you, Daenerys. Should you find yourselves in trouble, feel free to use these 10 guards at your disposal. And please, do make it seem that we are friendly. As you board the ship, and Daenerys gives you, or Varus gives you a huge hug, Daenerys, and gives you a very firm handshake for a bird bow. A knowing look for you, Magnus, and a kind of, who the fuck is that, for Kaya. The ship begins to ascend. As your 10 guards begin to prepare and move the ship around, you watch as every ship, every single one in the floating isles, ascends to meet you. And they create a pathway straight to the east. Or west, to where Livlicker is. The sails unfurl, the oars strike out, and you begin to move. The wind whipping through your hair and feathers, the sunny day beaming down on you in the cold, high-altitude air. You all watch as the line of ships, each and every one of you, each and every one of them gives a wave and a cheer. Some shoot off magical fireworks. Others throw kind of like handkerchiefs. And then you realize that the wall of ships that is guiding you towards your destination starts to move and shift. Confused, you kind of look around and you see that the helmsman, who is a rook, has, if a bird could smile, the biggest smile on his face. As he takes the wheel of the ship and throws it to the left.
Ooh, what the fuck?
The ships around you converge into a pipeline that channels you back around. As your ship starts to travel around back towards Arathia, it starts leading you towards the Great Tree.
Oh.
No shit.
Are we about to fucking travel through light speed?
Hey!
Not while this is happening, but before this has happened, I'm going to go ahead and send Oslo a, hey, we're on our way, see you soon.
Okay, so you hear a, oh, very well. I was hoping you'd be on your way. I'm sure Arathia is a far travel. But if you are already on your way, I suppose we'll see you soon. And you guys begin to turn around as the ship sails towards the Great Tree. The last two ships on either side of the pipeline, you can see, are the two other ships in the Dorathian fleet. One is heralded by Varus, the other by Gale. There is what can only be described as the world's largest piece of parchment that has been unfurled in front of the Great Tree with a spell circle that has been painted by the Air Genasis on it.
No fucking shit.
You watch as Varus and Gale both take up their positions on the helms of either ship, raise their hands, and begin to chant. The chant, as it begins, you watch a swirling vortex appear in front of you on the Great Tree. The vortex grows wider and wider. And soon, You begin to fly even faster. As the winds pick up, you start to move. The oars begin to row even faster and faster until you are moving as fast as you possibly can as a swirling vortex engulfs the entire massive page. The page itself is huge. It is roughly the width of the Great Tree. And as you sail, this vortex begins to clear from a bright blue sky to clouds to a storm to what looks to be just pure blackness to a city. You begin to sail. And for the last few moments of you being in Arathia, Gale and Varus give you their deepest, most illustrious bows. And soon, the vortex stops. And almost all at once, immediately, the air feels warmer. You can tell you've descended several hundred, if not 1,000 feet.
Ooh, our ears are popping.
Yeah, they're popping.
Ouch. Kaia's like curled up, like really freaked out at all of this.
Daenerys is bawling.
In front of you, a breathtaking panorama unfolds. The city of Smyrne. Far beneath you, but not far enough as you turn around and realize you have teleported out of a spire in the city itself. The outskirts.
Is it a building or is it a natural formation?
It is a building.
Oh shit.
So here's the
Reverse
building,
9/11.
here's your vortex as you... The city itself is nestled in a valley, surrounded by majestic mountains and a stark white beach with lapping waves that seem to cradle it almost as if it were a divine secret. Golden rays of sunlight filter through the clouds above, illuminating the intricate spires and domes that rise high into the sky. Each of them are adorned with colorful mosaics and words and messages of glory and happiness, each depicting the tales and the symbols of gods and heroes. At the center of Smyrne stands a grand cathedral. A massive statue of Arona with a bright, massive blue gem in her forehead. The gilded dome reflects the sunlight like a beacon. Surrounding the cathedral are numerous smaller shrines and temples, each dedicated to their different deities. The rooftops are adorned with fluttering banners, and as the ship continues to sail, the wind picks up and you hear bells begin to ring from all over the city.
They're alarm bells.
They're not alarm bells.
Okay, thank God.
These bells are attached to each rooftop of every temple and ring when the wind blows. They're not loud bells. They're very gentle, very tinkly bells. The streets below are lined with vibrant markets where merchants sell sacred relics, incense, and prayer beads. You see devout citizens, other citizens piling through, going about their day buying breads. What catches your eye the most are the missionaries that are dressed in flowing robes, making their way to the foot of the saint at the end here, as they move reverently from one temple to another, pausing to offer prayers at the altars filled with candles and fresh flowers. The aroma of incense finally hits your nose, mixed with the sweet scent of blooming herbs and baking goods. As the city underneath you looms, and you watch as people begin to turn their heads and cast their eyes towards you, you realize that the spire you've teleported out of is the main spire in Smyrne. It is the tallest building. At the city's outskirts, the hills are dotted with monastic communities where scholars and hermits dedicate their lives to contemplation and prayer. Pilgrims from distant lands traverse the pathways that lead into Smyrne. And as you look upon the sacred city, you can sense an underlying, thick magic. The connection between the people, their beliefs, and the divine forces that seem to watch over this place. A city where faith is woven into the very fabric of existence itself, a fabric that seems to serve as both a sword and a shield. You all begin to sail. Soon, you see the docks of the overlapping waves, and it descends.
Do
you have a question?
No, I'm going to major image, like, really, really, like, bright, pretty colors, like, prismatic, like, little rainbows and shit. Just to, like, ooh, ah, pretty, what kind of show is this type of
Absolutely.
deal. Rather than,
Absolutely.
like, oh, what the fuck is the ship coming out of our thing? And, like, make it, like, very showy, very pretty, very, like, ooh, ah, like...
Absolutely. Daenerys, do you have something you wanted to add?
And then at the front of the helm, Daenerys will stand surrounded by elemental power
Like
provided by her shift weave.
Oh, wait, no.
Absolutely. The wind kind of picks up and fire kind of circles around you almost as in a crown. I will say for flavor, the other guards notice this, and the other two of you, Bo and Kai, you watch as in rank and file, the guards poof, 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 off the sides of the ship and begin to circle and do acrobatics around the ship in general, sensing that, yeah, we need to put on a show. And as you descend, and as this show you put on begins to continue down, yes, Bo, do you have something you want to add?
Yeah, it's a little out of character for me, but I'll try it. So because I'm able to make, like, magic items again, I want to make my arcane firearm with what's left. Actually, you know what, fuck it, we'll just say goodbye to the spoon and make that official. It's an arcane firearm now. And I'm going to shoot some of the protector bolts. So you'll just see a bunch of, like... Bo will, like, be doing, like, pistol flips and shit, and he'll be like, bang, a shield, bang, a shield, bang, a shield.
Absolutely.
That's actually kind of sick.
So behind Daenerys with her crown of flame, you're ping, 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 ping. Yes, Kai, do you have something you want to add?
No! Zoe has a question, though.
Okay.
Is the child here?
Lorette, yes, she is here. She is like, wow.
Okay, I just wasn't sure. I assumed she was with us, but we hadn't said anything about
no,
her in a while,
yeah.
so.
I feel Loretta, I don't want to add over and over again, so...
No, she's so
She's
cute, we
there.
love her. As we land, I want all of the colors to, like, go into one, turn into, like, this really pretty, what's a fucking bird that's, like...
Like a phoenix?
Yeah, I was thinking phoenix, but, what's a bird that's, like legendary to Smyrn, or it's, like, Asselborough, or, like...
The Phoenix. The Phoenix is legendary to Yatharn, or to Solili.
Then, yeah, I will do, like, up into a phoenix, and then just, like, out over the city, and just, like, up into fireworks, as, like, we land.
Absolutely. As the show dies down, you all land and begin to descend into the docks, where you see a... well, first of all, I want you to all roll a group persuasion check for me, please, and a group performance check.
Okay.
Okay!
If 3 of you pass, you pass. If 3 of you fail, you fail.
Okay.
Good job, guys.
My persuasion is an 8.
Because not all 4 of you are doing something, I won't give you advantage, but...
Okay. And then it was performance as well, right?
Yep.
Ooh. Okay, performance is a dirty 20. Persuasion is an 8.
Oh shit, we were supposed to roll 2 of those.
Yeah, LMAO.
Performance is a 24. Persuasion is a 23.
Okay.
Performance is an 18, and then persuasion is a 16.
God damn.
Performance was a 12 and persuasion was a 19.
Is it
I will
too
roll
late
for
to
the guards.
add any like inspiration stuffs at all?
Whoa! Sorry, the guards got 2 nat 20s.
Nice.
Yeah, straight up.
Nice!
Holy
Is that good
shit.
for us or bad for? Oh wait, the guards, our guards.
Oh yeah, your guards.
Hell yeah!
Good.
Take a picture of that shit.
Well, I was just gonna.
Look at him.
I don't know if you could.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
That's
yeah,
so
dude.
cool.
That's crazy. That's like a 1 in 400 chance.
I know. We're gonna die soon.
Amazing.
Something statistics.
Something fuck statistics. Shit's happened
I
to
don't
us.
know.
It's never
I'm
happened
in that
before.
class. I don't pay attention.
Well, so because you've done so well, and Bo, even you, in your out of character nature and not very good at performing, did pretty well for performance. There is a massive fucking crowd at the docks. Like, it is huge. This is at least 2,000-3,000 people having followed your ship and waiting for you to arrive because they're like, what is going on? And at the head of it all, with a couple of guards holding back the forces, stands King Oslo Basilius of Livliker. At his right is Kelsey, and for the first time in a long time that you've seen him, he doesn't have that worried expression on his face. He is simply beaming.
I'm gonna. Does fucking what is it? Major like the spell that I just used. Does it count for sound as well?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Let me-
Major
I think
image?
It does, yeah.
I think you would need
I think it's silent.
prestidigitation with that if you wanted to make noise.
You can't create. Okay, a sound loud enough to deal thunder damage, but it does deal sound. It does do sound.
Yeah, it does do sounds. Yeah.
I'm gonna do presenting Her Royal Highness like Daenerys Duratheon, like her entire title. I'm gonna do Bo's
Okay.
title, and then followed up in the service of His Majesty King Oslo
Okay.
Basilius of Lineral.
Can I get y'all's titles, please?
You just told me mine.
I don't have one for Bo, but I have.
Yes, you do. Remember we put the titles in the chat somewhere?
Yeah.
But they're
I think
pinned.
I created most of them.
They're pinned
pinned?
somewhere.
Yeah,
Here it
okay,
is,
so there's
in, C2.
I don't see it.
So there's Alhart Ruish of the Shadevale, some of Cade, Bo, Defender of Lady Duratheon, Magnus Santori of Ashmore, Bard of the Legend
Gotcha.
Craft.
So, Magnus, your major image as you begin to descend goes announcing. And then let me look at Daenerys' first because hers is so fucking long.
Anything druidic, I will leave out of Daenerys's.
That's fine.
And it'll be like, it's for your safety and ours.
Announcing Princess Daenerys of House Duratheon, second of her name, Scholar of the Floating Isles, Lady of the Elements, and Matron of Livliker. And then I gotta find the other ones I can do that. Bo, Defender of Lady Duratheon, Matron of Livliker. Magnus Santori of Ashmore, Bard of the Legend Craft, Matron of Livliker. Oh, and then it would be Princess Daenerys of House Duratheon, second of her name, Scholar of the Floating Isles, Lady of the Elements, Matron of Livliker. In service to His Royal Majesty, King Oslo Lionheart, Protectorate of the East Basilius, first of his name. And as it descends, you watch as the crowd kind of, hearing that, backs up, and Oslo begins to walk up to the ship as the guards kind of all circle back down and dock and throw ropes and everything to pull in the ship to the waves as it kind of crests slightly above the waves. They lower the gangplank and you watch as Aruk kind of like looks at all of you and he goes, "You all know how to make an entrance."
This is the first time I've ever done something like that.
I'm a poof down to Oslo. So how's that for an entrance?
Do you want to poof everybody down to Oslo?
I can't poof everybody down to Oslo. I can do me and one other person.
That's lame.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna poof
I'm gonna-
myself down to Oslo. So how's that for
I'm
an
gonna go
entrance?
get my kid.
Okay.
Daenerys will glide down to King Oslo.
Very well. Kaya, what are you doing?
She's just kind of watching, like from the ship's edge, kind of like unsure of what the fuck just happened. And what she's about to do.
So Magnus, you and Daenerys, you land. Right. Well, that's 2 of the 3. I assume Bo is getting his things.
We also somehow
I
managed to
I have-
stray.
Some very great news for you, King Oslo.
Oh,
The Floating Isles are formally preparing for what may be coming.
really? That's wonderful. Can we expect their help?
Perhaps.
That's amazing. Right, Kelsey, would you mind, helping Bo down? I assume that he'll need some of the tricks you've picked up. She goes, yes, of course. And she kind of walks past you and starts up the gangplank. And you watch as he looks at her and he looks at you, Magnus, and he goes, I am so proud of her.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
So, a stray. Is it a cat?
No.
Good, I don't like cats.
Well,
Oh, well. Gotta go on.
Kai and I have been introduced. We've like talked in passing.
Yeah,
assuming.
yeah,
Probably, yeah, the two. Remember montage?
Yeah.
Everywhere you look.
Everywhere you look is a hot.
Kaya, do you wanna come down? Meet your, our boss?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna...
I prefer the term noble benefactor.
Our noble benefactor. I'm gonna shake my head at him like, ooh, look at you.
He's gonna go, yes, that's right, Magnus Santori.
Anyways.
He does the same thing.
Anyways, this is Kaya. She's an Air Genasi of...
No, she's not.
I knew there's something fucking off about you.
LMAO.
So you watch as Oslo extends a hand and he goes, I'm King Oslo. And he speaks to you in your native tongue and he goes, was it a long ride?
I guess I'm absolutely kind of like...
Isn't it just primordial?
I'm shitting clay bricks. Shaking his
No,
hand.
she has like native. The common is a language. Common isn't the native language.
No, I mean like primordial is the native language of like Genasi, right?
That's their intuitive language, yeah,
Okay,
but it's
that's
not
like,
their native
it's like
language.
the common. It's like the common of Genasi is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is primordial.
Okay.
It's kind of like how there's Italian and then Venetian and Sicilian.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
There's English,
Okay.
but there's different accents, that kind of stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna warily shake his hand and kind of be like, how'd you know?
He'll kind of go, I have a special knack for the earth.
That makes 2 of us. I promise I won't give you or any trouble while I'm here.
Well, if you're anything like the other friends I've picked up along the way from where you're from, I think we'll be very good friends. And he says that he says the very good friends part in common, and kind of like you watch him get a sad look to his eyes for a little bit before he kind of snaps out of it and goes, right, well, and as he says that, Bo, Larea, you are packing with her, and she goes, so where are we going?
Well, Sweet Pea, you and I traveled to a brand new place, and you get to meet a very good friend. Two very good friends of mine, assuming Dusty's here.
Oh, okay. What's a Dusty?
Oh.
It's the name of my horse.
You have a horse?
Mm-hmm. And because he's also yours.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And whenever you and I find our home, you and I will get to ride him all the time.
Do I get to feed him apples?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, sweetie, you do.
Yay. And she says that, and as she says that, you hear a brisk on your door.
I'm gonna take Larea and kind of like put her on my shoulders.
Okay. She
I'm gonna
squeals.
open.
I'm not gonna do the squeal. I can't do that.
Thank you. I'm gonna open up the door. Hey, Kelsey, how you doing? Oh, I actually wouldn't know it's Kelsey. Sorry.
No. So you open up the door. Oh, hi, Bo. Hello. Da asked me to come and help you with your things. I've learned a couple of well, can I show you?
Be my guest.
So you watch as she walks around to your multiple bags, and she kind of just touches one and touches another and then touches a third, and they levitate up off the ground.
Stop.
I am no magician, Kelsey, but I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank you. It took a lot of practice, and believe it or not, it's not tied to me bloodline.
Huh?
Oh god, what's his name? The advisor, what's his name? Oh, that's...
Arnulf.
Arnulf, thank you so much. Arnulf explained it like this. Some people are born with intrinsic magic, and some people are born without magic. That's why a lot of the general populace can do basic magics, but they're not able to go into like full being a wizard or what have you. I was lucky enough to be born with my bloodline magic and intrinsic magic, so I can use both.
You are extremely lucky.
I know. He said it was like, well, it was like he said it was like finding a grain of sand on a beach. So
It is. Your paw must be real proud of you.
she kind of beams for a second. She goes, "I think he is." And so she begins to walk, and the bags begin to follow her. And Larea goes, "Oh,
Oh, cool.
yes."
So I did just want to say I would like to have, like, in our time on our way here, have made a holster that fits both, like, the 6-shooter and the spoon, so I can have, like, the arcane.
Only if you make it out of fish leather.
Deal.
Sky fish leather.
Deal. Shake my hand.
Shaking your hand. All right, cool.
And he'll just walk by and how's your dad doing?
Oh, well, since Mama arrived, a lot better. And
Your mom's
other
here?
than that, yeah, well, she decided to come down from the Akola. Ornulf said that the way things are going, lived Liquor, there's really not much the royal family can do there. The guards... well, let's talk about just the good things for right now. And she kind of continues, she goes, but yes, other than that, things are going very well. We've already gotten from contact from some of the table members in Yawthorn and received word that the majority will be voting in our stead. So we will be receiving that. That's fantastic. There was a few dissenting, like the Emberhide family and a few others, but as long as the Emberhides stick to their guns of being the speaker for the house, or speaker for the table, and not the table itself, we'll be fine. The blood clans of Jorlheim, or Vasselheim, I can't quite remember, they should be here within the day. Originally, Da was worried about interacting with them, but he thinks that with... You watch, she kind of gives a pained look in her eyes. She says, with Lothric gone, it'll be a lot easier.
Yeah, we've all kind of figured that. Has she taken notice to my mechanical arm?
She hasn't said anything.
Okay.
Oh, fucking weird.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I actually told you her name. And I like to think, as he says that, she kind of like tugs on like the back of his hair or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's just like, ah!
Dewey.
And
She's definitely like grabbing her hair and going, "Yay, giddy up! Giddy up!"
Sorry, I need to compose myself. Okay. He grabs her little paws and just says, "Well, this one is Larea."
Nice to meet you, Larea. I'm Princess Kelsey. Okay.
Speaking of which, is Dusty here? Are the horses?
Yes, we brought all of the horses. They should be in the stables by the Grand Palace. Or, sorry. What's it called? The Grand Temple. I'm not really used to the things that are named here. Everything has to do with Erona or some other kind of religious synonym. The Grand Temple is where the Archaeamandrite lives, and she is the, quote, ruler of Anquin. Anquin isn't really ruled so much as controlled by, the priests here. So
Yeah.
do keep a low tongue, she says, as you begin to walk down the gangplank. Kaya, would you like to follow them? Get off your phone!
Sorry. Yes, I would like to follow.
As like Bo is walking down the hallway towards and walking up towards like the gangplank, he just says, "Kai, you might as well come along too. You're a part of this now."
Okay.
Thank you. Wait,
Oh,
Kai
wait,
was already
That's
down.
already
Yeah,
gone.
Yeah,
Kaya's
I was already
talking
down.
about-
Kaya's already
I was
talking
there.
to fucking Oslo and
To
everything.
Oslo.
I'm
Sorry, I
listening to
forgot.
Kelsey and her new fucking magic tricks.
So you two walk down the gangplank, and Magnus, you do see the 3 bags floating behind her.
I know you can't do that! Look at you!
I know! Isn't it so exciting?
Oh, by the gods! How long did it take you to figure this out?
Well, I'm not really sure. It's a long story, but basically I wonder if I could touch something and make it float. And then after about 2 weeks, I'd learned how to do it.
Carl, you're fucking going places.
Oh, thank you. The show you all put on was spectacular.
Yeah.
Well, wanted to make
No,
a
no.
good impression.
You watch as Ozzo kind of like nudges you a little bit, Magnus, and he says, "You've grown too."
Huh.
Where is Tenera standing next to them?
Yeah.
Dad. Dad.
Yes, Bo?
Sorry, I'm just really excited. How are you feeling now that we're finally doing this?
Well, we're here.
We're here.
she'll like turn to the ship and she'll do like an illustrious like whip of her hand as to like notion to her guards to follow.
Okay, to follow you off the ship.
At least like the main guards.
Okay, absolutely. The ones that aren't like manning the ship, including a rook, will fall into rank and file and march down the gangplank. The rest will start to unstrap, raise the gangplank after everything's moved off, and begin to make their way back towards Arathia. Unfortunately, that scroll is a one-time use, and they have to fly all the way back.
Oh, God.
Oh, gross.
As Daenerys does that, he looks towards King Oslo with this little lady on his shoulders.
And who do we have here? He says, as he kind of puts a big meaty finger up to Lorraine, and he says, "Hi, I'm Oslo. Would you mind shaking me hand?" And she goes, "Okay." And she grabs his finger and she kind of shakes.
Yeah, it has to be like 2 because of how big he fucking is. This man is a linebacker.
She's so cute.
What's your name?
Squeeze her.
Lorea. Lorea? That's amazing. I'm Oslo. It's lovely to meet you.
Magnus would have told Lorea about like really cool stories about Oslo.
Can I get the vibe of Oslo like sees the resemblance or anything?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Alright.
Lorea kind of goes, "You're the one that can move the ground?" And he goes, "I see you've heard of me. That's amazing. Yes, I can."
17.
17. Oslo definitely like looks at her and then looks at you for a second. He kind of like gives you a knowing look. And then
Bo
looks
has a
back at
very
her.
smug look on his face.
He's like, "Fuck yeah."
He's like, I make a
Fuck
cute
yeah.
kid.
But enough about me. Tell me, do you want to go where you can play all the time? Because we're about to head there. We're going to have a lot of work to do, so you're not going to have a lot of supervision. And she kind of goes, "Okay, I will like that." Fantastic. And Daenerys, and kind of like looks past your shoulder, Bo. "I see you've brought the cavalry. We're not fighting, are we?"
Oh, of course not. We discussed the previous events in which I was in the mainland, and my brother decided it would be best if I came back with guards.
Here you will. And who's the little... And at the very back of the rank and file, you see the Arathian that was assigned to you. Like, this guy's like... He's definitely tepid. He didn't really talk much over the last week, and he's kind of just like looking around at everything like, what the fuck is happening, as he's like writing in a scroll and kind of like tight and like, oh my god, there's so many people around here.
He's an Arathian. He's a scribe, I would say. Put it
Yes.
simply.
He reminds me of oh, what was his name? Well, no matter. Truly then, you watch as Oslo turns around and he kind of gives a wave, and you watch as his guards kind of begin to force a tunnel out of the crowd of people as people begin to like scream at you. I would like all of you to roll a perception check for me.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't like what this means.
Ooh.
Does it have
Dirty
anything?
20.
Fancy boy
No, it doesn't have anything to do with Fate Fiend or Undead Gate.
Chaos die,
Come
bitch! That's
This is
somewhat
really-
better.
This is very bittersweet. I'm really sad that Rue couldn't make it.
11.
You died.
21.
Really sucks.
Sorry, Zoe.
Anybody who got over a 10, you see this crowd of people that is like, whoa!
Wait, are there people with like our names painted on
Oh
their
my god, no,
chest?
please
Yes.
God.
There are people with signs that are like, "I love the band of the Wild Storm," and like one has like a sign that says like King Oslo. For those of you that got over a 15, you hear them calling you by name, and for those of you that got over a 20, you do see a lot of people that are dressed as priests, specifically clerics with heavy armor and maces that dot the landscape, all kind of very sternly watching you.
I got a 24, so I see this.
I do as well. I got a 21. I'm gonna lean into the terrace. It's like, it looks like we got a different kind of audience as well.
Be expected.
I'm gonna make eye contact with one of them and just kind of like give him a nod.
Magnus,
Just like,
you make eye contact with him, and he just stares you down.
I'll stare him down. I'm staring right back. No like malice or anything. Just like, you don't scare me. I served my nickel. You come and take me, bitch.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
No.
Well, not really.
Yes. I'm gonna text it to you.
Okay.
Well, as we're walking, do I see any like temples dedicated to the forge at all?
No, there would be
No.
nothing here like that.
Okay.
I mean, probably in the outskirts of the city, you could find like the minor deities of all the places in Lenerol, but in the city, this is purely devoted to the main pantheon.
Okay.
Also goes, well, we're finally here, and you guys begin to walk. Yeah. You are all back in the Empire. And being in Arathia for about a week and a half, two and a half weeks. For you, Kaya, being in Arathia for several months and never being in the Empire, it's wild. You've never been to this populated of a city before. The architecture is so wildly different. The people are different. But for the rest of you, you almost feel like you're just about home. That's really cute. I like that. And for anybody keeping an eye out to see the little cat that is walking around, they do. Welcome home. That's where we'll end tonight's session.
We
Can I
did
add
it.
one thing before
We made
the session ends?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Bo, with Lurea on his head or on his shoulders, is gonna start like lightly running and then breaking out into like a full run. And as he's doing that, Lurea's little hands are like flying out like a little airplane.
Absolutely.
That's so fucking cute. Oh my god.
Let's not forget what we're here for. And at that, I hope you all liked the session. Have a good night.
Good night,
Bye,
stream.
stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye,
Nice
stream.
stream.